Interesting conversation this morning from Joe Scarborough on Joe Scarborough's show. He was on with Ronald Reagan's former speechwriter Peggy Noonan. First of all, I have a tough time listening to almost anything that comes out of Peggy Noonan's mouth. There is a great degree of sanctimony whenever she speaks. But they are suggesting that Obama is off the rails here with his radical agenda. Man, these people don't know radicals, man. I mean, read more about what Democrats were like in the 1960s and 70s and try and argue that these guys now are radicals. Try convincing Ted Kennedy that the Democratic Party has gone to the left in the last 25 years, because he would have laughed at you. So anyway, it's Noonan and Scarborough, and they are discussing that what Obama needs is a GOP Congress to rein him in. And of course, if you just listen to it simply, some of what they say could make sense, except of course it is steeped in fiction and absence any reality. So here's Joe Scarborough in a roundtable conversation with Peggy Noonan.
He has not been seeking the middle domestically. He has been signing bills that Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid have crafted.
Joe, I wrote a piece.
He has got to find the center domestically, and he's nowhere near there. I know the left will hate hearing that. It's just the reality. You
and I talked in our C-SPAN interview 2 months ago about the fact that if this man, this president, is lucky, he will get a Republican Congress in 2010. They will pound him from the right. He will go towards the middle. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He doesn't need the Congress he has now, which is yanking him left.
Yeah.
It doesn't serve him. It doesn't yield the kind of policy Americans will readily support.
And, well, I've just got to say this, and then we've got to go to news. It saved Bill Clinton having a Republican Congress. And if you look at George W. Bush, a man that didn't veto a single spending bill while Republicans ran Washington, a man who listened to no one on foreign policy but himself, his inner voice, while Republicans ran Washington. The second Democrats took control, he fired Donald Rumsfeld, and he started talking about restraining spending.
That was a man who needed a Democratic Congress.
George W. Bush needed a Democratic Congress every bit as much as Barack Obama needs a Republican Congress.
She loves to talk about, Scarborough likes to talk about how George Bush didn't veto a spending bill until the Democrats came in. Like, that's what caused him to change. By the way, he didn't veto a spending bill, but that he fired Don Rumsfeld and that he finally started listening to Condoleezza Rice, as if that's what happened, if that's what caused that. And he replaces Rumsfeld with Bob Gates at the Defense Department. Excuse me. Sneeze. Okay, so it's all completely ridiculous. I mean, 6 years of utter shameful ignorance and incompetence, and of Iraq going completely in the wrong direction and missing an opportunity to get Osama bin Laden, again, the guy who killed 3,000 Americans on September 11th. We continue, and Joe Scarborough really believes that it was, oh no, it was the Democratic-controlled Congress. It was incompetence and an inattention to policy, and this obvious sense and pressure from Republicans, finally, who broke a little bit, and maybe a little bit of the media sort of getting some toughness in challenging George Bush. So anyway, that all just, and again, completely ridiculous. And also Peggy Noonan and Joe Scarborough should know, here's what's not going to happen in 2010. Barack Obama's not going to have a GOP Congress to deal with. Republicans may pick up a couple seats. It's a little too early to tell. Who knows? But a party with no ideas. And this is by the way, calling the party who's out of office the party of no ideas. Generally, that's exactly what everybody does. It's the most typical thing in the world I've done, except literally they don't have any ideas. In this case, it's actually true. Nothing. In fact, if they get into office, as we've seen, what they will do is an aggressive amount of nothing, except they'll cut taxes even more.